Hi. Hopefully everybody can get on. I don't know what's going on with my windows, but they look like they're not there, but they are, honestly. It's just the way the sun's shining through them, I think. So I'm using a different microphone, different audio this time. So if anybody has any issues, could you just let me know if there's a problem with the sound? I have also got fan on, so I'm hoping that it's not picking up that noise too much. I'm just going to quickly stand up and see if you can still see me on camera when I stand up. Oh, no, so that's not very good. I'm just going to move that. Don't really have. I'll have to come into the corner and do my standing up bits. Okay. So we're going to start standing up in mountain pose. I'll tell you what, if I move. This is the only problem, you see, not having like a dedicated studio or anything. So that might be a bit better. Let me see. Yeah, that might be better. Okay, so we're going to start standing up anyway. Sorry, not very professional, is it? But then it's not very professional, so that's all right. This is not what you want to see on a Sunday morning. Okay, that's a bit better. And hopefully you can still hear me. Oh, you've got my reflection as well. So we're going to start standing up today. Going to do a quick sun salutation, or a couple of them to warm us up. Now, my Achilles is really, really sore today. I aggravated it when I went running yesterday. So you might see me pull out of the stretches or not be in them as much with my legs. And I do apologise for that. But like I say to everybody else, you need to do the adaptations that work for you when you're in your yoga practice, because it's not about aggravating any injuries. It's just simply about helping you to stretch and strengthen. So we're going to start off. We'll be nice and tall. Just take a few breaths here. Just bringing our awareness to the mat. Just aligning ourselves with our practice today. That's it. We're going to stretch the arms up on the inhale. Lean slightly backwards. Breathe in and exhale. And lean forward. I'm just going to move forward on my mat, because actually the next step we're going to go backwards with our left leg. So when you exhale, we're going to drop the left leg back, so we're coming into a lunge. So exhale. So here. Breathe in. Exhale again. Other leg goes back. Breathe in. When we exhale, we're going to drop the knees down. We're going to inhale and come into cobra. So here. Tuck your toes back under. And then we're going to inhale and come into downward dog. Okay, so inhale. We're going to bring right leg forward on our next inhale. We're going to bring the left leg forward on the next inhale. Bend and come back into a fold. Inhale and come up. Okay. So now that we're feeling a little bit warmer, we're just going to go through that again. Start here. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to take the right leg back. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to take the left leg back. Inhale, drop the knees down on the exhale. Inhale and come into cobra. Exhale here. Tuck your toes. Inhale and come up into downward dog. Exhale. On the next inhale, we're going to bring the left leg forward. And inhale. Then the right leg forward on the exhale. Inhale here. Straighten up and exhale. Inhale, come up. Just stay here. Drop the arms. Okay. So, from this position, just trying to sort my mess out. From this position, what we're going to do is take our arms to the side. So I'll show you this way. Our arms to the side. Just going to move my camera just up just a little bit. Hoping that makes a bit of a difference. That's the side. We're just going to be feet hip width apart. So everything is stacking. So hips over knees over ankles. Arms are out, shoulders are down. We're nice and relaxed. Just going to come up onto our toes. We're going to slowly go down. Up onto the toes. Slowly come down. Right, now I want you to work it in with the breath. So we're going to come up on the in-breath and down on the out-breath. Do 8 more of these. Exhale down. Now, if these are too strong for your calf or your legs, just gently just lift your heels a little bit and bend your knees instead of just coming up straight. So I've got 2 more to do. Okay, so just drop your legs back down. Now this time we're going to come up onto our toes and we're just going to go over onto the left and just lift your right foot off the floor. Now just try and stay like this. Now you might need something to stabilize you, so you might need a wall or a unit that you could lean onto. So if you've got a unit, you can just come over and just hold yourself up. Or if you've got a wall, just pop your hand on the wall just to help balance you. If you can, be up like this. I'm just going to hold it for another few seconds. And exhale down. Drop that foot. Now this is where it's going to be funny for me because obviously now I'm going to try and use my bad foot, so I'm probably going to end up leaning on the wall. So we're going to come back up and we're going to lift our left leg off the floor. So I can feel that my joint feels unstable. I don't have the same. So So instead of causing myself more injury, I'm just going to go over to the wall. I'm just going to be here. So my point is, we're trying to strengthen and, you know, put some flexibility and balance in there. I don't want to cause any more injury. And sometimes if you don't do stretches appropriately, or you don't support yourself when you need it, you can cause micro traumas where the muscles just tear in tiny little bits, and that can unfortunately lead to more damage. So just going to drop down now. Okay. Come back to the middle. So this time we're just going to lift our toes. Okay, so we're going to stay as we are. Everything's stacked. Just going to lift our toes. Just going to hold them there. Now I want you to rotate your shoulders and open your arms. So we're rotating them, dropping them down, bringing the scapulars at the back together, just dropping those arms. Just looking straight ahead, so we're really tall through the crown. So although we're working on our lower body, we're not forgetting the top half. Now with the toes still lifted, I want you to just bend the left knee. So if I turn around to the side, so I've got both of my toes, both sets of toes lifted, and I'm just going to bend the left knee just a little bit, because you'll feel the stretch come up the front of the shin. Doesn't need to be a lot. As soon as you feel that stretch, just hold it there. And then relax. We're going to do the same on the other side. So both sets of toes in the air, shoulders are back, arms are down, we're tall. I'm just going to bend, drop that right knee. Relax that knee, just relax the arms. So all we're going to do now, take the right foot forward and the left foot back just a little bit. So we've got just a small triangle going on. And we're just going to bend the front knee. And you should feel a stretch up the back of the left calf. You don't have to go far. We're keeping the knee above the ankle, so we're keeping everything nicely stacked and supported. Toes are facing forward on both feet. Again, just dropping those shoulders down. Just feeling that stretch in the back calf. Just holding it here, just breathe. If this is too much, you can just release that back leg a little bit, or even just come and bring that front leg back so that the stretch is not too much. Or again, you might need to hold on to a wall, so if you've got a wall in front of you, or even a chair, that's not a problem. Okay. On your next inhale, we're just going to straighten that front leg. And I'm going to bend the back leg. Whoop. Now you can either stay up with that back leg bent, or if you need to, you can lean forward. It does increase the stretch that you'll get down the back of the right leg. If you're up here, you'll feel the stretch more on the left. Here, you'll feel it more on the right. I'm going to go here for now. But if you do go here, just try and keep your shoulders away from your ears and your back as straight as you possibly can. Now remember where you are, because when we swap our legs around, you're going to have to do exactly the same on the other side so that you balance out your stretches. What you don't want is having one leg more stretched than the other. So On the inhale, we're going to come up. Exhale, bring your legs back together. And then we're going to inhale and we're going to take the left leg forward this time. So remember, it's just a short stance. And we're going to just drop that left knee so that everything's stacked. You feel that stretch along the right. We'll take the shoulders, bring the shoulder blades, your scapulas together. Drop those arms down, nice and tall through the crown. And kind of pushing backwards through the heel, just to give ourselves that extra stretch. Again, only if you can. Don't forget, if you need to bend that knee or come up a bit more, that's fine. Be here for a few more breaths. Now for me, this is not painful, but I'm aware of it. It's not causing me actual, like, ow, I need to stop this now pain, but I am very aware that I'm stretching that leg because of my injury. So I'm just going to kind of rest that leg a little bit, just because I don't want it to cause a problem. Okay. We're nearly coming out of this pose now anyway, so it's fine. Okay. So on your next inhale, we're going to come back up to straight legs. And I'm going to bend that back leg. Okay, you guys can bend that back leg. I apparently can't do that. So I'm just going to have to move my leg and bend over. A little easier on my toes. The stretch is not the same for me. See, and I'm holding on to the window ledge. No shame. Okay. Your next in-breath, just going to come back up to standing and central. Let's bring your leg back. Come on to standing. We're going to go into tree pose now. So I know, obviously, you guys know what you're doing with tree pose, but if anyone is new, if anyone has joined us and they're new, in tree pose, it's the same. You rotate your shoulders and you drop your arms down, arms facing out. Your crown is nice and tall. And then we're going to take the left leg, we're going to lift it up, and it goes in here. Now, not everybody can reach this level. If you can't get your leg up here, or you need to hold on to something to support you, that's fine. If you can only get your leg here, even if your toes are touching the floor, it's just about a bit of balance through this right ankle. So I'm going to line my foot up here to make sure everything's in line. That's not straight. So if your ankle's here, that's fine, but you're trying to try and just have your toes just off the floor a little bit. If your foot's here, again, that's fine. If your foot is higher, that's fine. You're just going to be here. Just be holding it. You might need to hold on to a wall. You might even have a chair in front of you to hold on to help stabilize your arms and help you with the balance. But you're trying to balance through that leg So this doesn't feel very stable for me, so I probably won't hold it very long. I'm going to bring the arms, front of us, palms together. Just find a spot, focus ahead, just breathe. Just focus on breathing in and out. Okay, on the next exhale, we're going to drop that left leg down. So inhale and exhale down. Just walk your legs, relax your arms. I'm going to go the other side. So find your balance, find your spot, and remember wherever your leg is, wherever you need it to be, that's fine. Arms out to the side, just for a few breaths. And then front. Again, find the spot to focus on for your gaze, making sure the shoulders are down, not coming up to meet those ears. Just breathing here. And you might need to adjust your toes or your feet, but it's all about strengthening and the balance in that ankle. Last few breaths. And then when you exhale, just bring your leg back down. Okay, walk those legs. Just realise it's really dark in my video. I wonder if that'll make any difference, apart from the fact that I've suddenly blinded myself. Have a light on might help. Okay, so we're going to do chair pose. Now, there's a few ways that you can do this. You can just bend and keep your back straight, and again, you'll get a stretch down the back of the calves. Or you can bend and lean over, and you get more of a stretch. You also get a little bit more pressure through the knees. So whichever one is right for you, wherever you want to be, we're just going to bring our arms out like this. So our legs are not exactly together. I mean, you could also hold on, or I can walk around in a squat, or if you need to, just hold on to the wall. When I'm lucky, I've got a bit here so I can hold on both sides. Just lean against that wall, but the point is to have your feet facing forward. So you don't want your feet out to the side. That's a different kind of stretch. In this pose, we're having the feet facing forward, coming down as far as you can. In your next inhale, we're going to come back up to standing. Drop everything down. Release. We're going to go back into a chair, but we're going to do a one-legged chair. And that means when we come down, we're going to cross over and just hold on to this leg. Now, obviously, this is a bit stronger, and it's a bit more about balance. So you can either hold the leg, hold a unit, hold the wall, but if you feel like you can balance, then you're going to be like this. This is very strong through the ankle. So just keep an eye on how your body feels. And listen to your body. I'm going to come up because that's actually causing a little bit of pain. But you guys still stay there. You've got a couple more breaths in that position. Okay, on your next inhale, you're going to come back up to standing with your arms by your side. Okay, we'll take a breath here so I can make sure that everyone's up to where we should be. Okay, I'm going to go again on the other side. So this time it's going to be the right leg that crosses over the left. So as we bend, we're lifting that leg. You're either holding on to the knee, the ankle, you're holding on to a unit or a wall or a chair, whatever's right. Or if you feel that you can balance, you're here. Just finding a spot, just focusing on that. Okay, on your next inhale, we're just going to come back up to standing, dropping everything down. Just lift those knees, just walk those legs out. Okay, going to take a ragdoll here before we go into our next pose. So, deep breath in. And as we breathe out, we're just going to extend over and slightly bend those knees. So again, we're just slightly bending, but don't go out to the side, they're in front of you. Breathe in, exhale out. Just hang over here. I feel like I'm moving my mat every time that I step. Now some people cup their arms here. That's fine. If you can reach the floor, that's fine. We're not doing it with straight legs. That's a different position. That's a different asana altogether. This is the ragdoll, so we have slightly bent legs. Everything is a bit loose in this one. That's why it's the ragdoll. So you're just hanging here. You will still get a stretch the back of the legs. Okay, inhale and come back up to standing. We're going to go into a wide leg squat. So, seriously, what is going on with this? Okay, so your toes go out to the sides. Your legs are wide. You drop down as much as you can. And what you want to still try and do is have your knees and your ankles over each other. Your back as straight as you can. Now you can stay here. That's fine. And again, you can hold on to something in front of you. You can hold on to the wall. That's fine. If you can drop lower and come forward, if you can see that. But if you can get down, get your hands in between the knees, that's where you are. Now, this is a really strong stretch on the thighs. Make sure your feet are planted and you're really supported. Relax the arms down and push up, straighten those legs. You should be kind of here, like this. Just drop those arms down, if you can, and try and bend those elbows as if you were trying to drop your head to the floor. So as you breathe in, focus yourself, and as you exhale, try and bend those elbows. Once you reach your limit, just hold it there. And you might not be able to be here. You might be holding onto a chair. You might be here with the wall. And that's fine. Just try and keep your back straight if you can. I feel like I'm just always adjusting the light in this room. Toes are still out to the side, don't forget. Go down here. Okay, on your next inhale, we're going to come back up. Keeping our legs out. Bring your right toes so they're pointing to the long edge of your mat. We're going to take the left toes, point them towards the short top end of the mat. We're just going to bend that left knee so that your knee is over your ankle. You can see it should be a nice straight line. Square those hips, so like headlights facing forward, keeping that knee and that ankle stacked above each other. Arms out to the side, shoulders, hips facing forward, and just gaze over the left. Really engage those arms, keep them strong. Make sure your shoulders are down. Now, if this is too strong, you can have your hands here and just look in front of you. Or again, just use a chair. Or if the wall is there, just in front of the wall. Or if you've got a unit, you can just hold on to the unit. You will get, if you're going to the side, you will get a stretch along your muscles here. But that's okay. If you are here and everything is still nicely stacked, I'm just going to take an inhale and bring everything straight. So we're just going to come up straight and drop our arms. So inhale. Twist your left foot so that your toes are facing the outside of the mat, the long edge. You're going to turn the right foot so that it's facing the short edge. Might need to recenter, refocus yourself. Drop over that ankle. Keeping that back foot engaged as much as you can. Turning your hips again. So you're trying to get, it's like headlights facing this way. Shoulders facing this way, facing the long edge of your mat. And again, you can either stay here, or you could look over. You could hold onto a wall, a unit, a chair, whatever works. And if not, drop those shoulders, bring your arms up. Strong, engaged, looking over that right hand. Now, part of the secret is to keep everything stacked. So if you're finding that being here is too much on your ankle, you can just bring it in just a little bit so it's easier to have it stacked, because you really want to be supported. If you're okay with that deeper, longer warrior pose, we're here. Remember to keep those shoulders down. I'm just going to move my neck back. Damn you, Achilles. Okay. On your next inhale, you'll bring everything, drop down and straighten up. So bring that right foot so the toes are facing forward. I'm just going to drop down again. You're just going to stay here. Not going to touch the floor. Stay here. Now, you might need a block, or if you've got more than one, you can have 2 blocks. Just hold it here. Or you can stack your blocks for support. Just hold yourself here. If you need to bend those knees, you can. That's not a problem. But if you feel like, no, this is okay, and I can get down there, and that's okay, I can touch the floor, it's not a problem. What you need to do is take your arms behind you. I'll go this way. Take your arms behind you, so here, legs are straight, engaged. Hands are interlocked. And as you drop down, you're going to drop your shoulders back, just lift up. So you're really engaging those shoulders. You could drop even further if you wish. You just get a slightly stronger stretch along the back of your legs and in your shoulders. But you're still making sure that your shoulders are not coming up to your ears. You want them away. So you're really kind of pushing them away. Relax your arms if you've got them back. So it all should be in this kind of position. You're going to walk our hands up our legs. Bring your legs back and just walk them out. Okay. So if you've got a block, just grab one of your blocks. If you've not got a block, you can use like a bit of a wall in the same way. Imagine that's your wall. Okay, here. So this is your wall at home. And instead of having a block, just rest your foot here against the wall, so you've got a slight angle. And you just bend that knee. Now, if you've got a block, just curl your toes over the top of your block. Help if you could see. Curl your toes over the top of your block. And again, just bend that knee. You will really feel that going all the way down through the back of your calf, through your gastrocnemius, through your soleus, all the way through your Achilles, down to the heel. You're not doing a great stretch, it's not massive. You should also feel it slightly under your feet on your planters, which run from the heel to just under the toes. Leaning forward on them. And again, as always, if you need a chair to hold on to or you need to rest against something, that's fine. So straighten that leg. And with your foot there, just come up onto the toes, the left knee bent. So we're on our left toes with our left knee bent. Just a slightly different stretch. And relax that leg down. I'm just going to swap over feet. So just walk in between. Left foot, left toes over. Again, if you're up against the wall, just put your toes on the wall. You're not getting the toes going over, you'll have your toes extended. But the principles are the same. Bend that left knee, keeping the right leg straight. Just feel that stretch. Focus on your breathing. And then again, just straighten that left knee, come up onto the right toes and bend that right leg. Okay, we're going to go to seated after this with just a few poses. If you've got a strap, that's fine. If not, it doesn't matter. You can do the poses without the strap. Just going to work a little bit on the feet and the ankles in a seated position. So just straighten everything up, relax off that block, just walk them out. And then after that, we'll go into Shavasana. So, as we come down to the floor, you can, if you need a block under your buttocks, just pop it under the edge of your tailbone. So it just helps to support you staying upright. You might get more of a forward bend that way. I'm just going to open this blind. If you're okay without a cushion or a block underneath you, so we're going to use a strap and then we'll leave it there. And you do have a strap, just pop it around the balls of your feet. I'm just going to pull them towards us. Now, if you don't have a strap, it's not a problem. You might have a wall or chair or just a solid surface. Just put your feet up against them and just lean forward as if you're going to touch your toes. Do it. Now, if you can get forward and touch your toes, just grab hold of the big toes. If you need to bend your knees, again, if your knees need to be bent, that's fine. They can be. You can also have a block underneath just to help keep them supported, or even you can roll up a towel and put that underneath. If not in here, we're just kind of grabbing those big toes. Okay, relax out of that, so come back up. What I want you to do, keep your left foot with your toes pointing up to the ceiling. I'm just going to rotate the right foot so that it's pointing away from you. Try and keep your heel on the floor and your knee as straight as you can. So your toes are going to be engaged, they're going to be pointing towards you. And we're just going to hold it there. Now you might want to strap your hands just to support your back, just to hold it in place. And then we're just going to point the toes away from us like ballerina toes. So this is just on the right foot. And then we're going to bring them back towards us. Curling them up towards us. Just point them away. Bring them back. Our left leg is still engaged, so our toes are still pointing to the ceiling on the opposite side. Back. Four more like this. Okay, now that leg back there, just pull your right leg out to the edge of your mat. We're going to drop it down inwards. We're going to do the same. Point away, bring it back up. Point away, bring it back up. Doesn't matter if you've got your knees bent in this one. It's more about trying to keep the heel on the floor. But if you can't, it's not a problem. Two more here. And relax that foot. Oh, just wiggle those knees. Okay. Now from this position, we're literally just going to straighten those toes. Again, our left is still facing up to the ceiling. Bring it back up to us. Straighten it down. Bring it back up to us. I'm hoping that you can see this on the camera. So I'm basically doing this. We've done those ones. Go this way. We've done those ones. Just realised it's quite dark on the floor. I mean, it might not be as dark on your video as it is on my screen. So 3 more here. I'm just going to do some rotations just to relax it. Wiggle those toes. And just drop back down. Bend your knees. And just lean into them. Give yourself a hug here just for a couple of breaths. Then we're going to go on to the other side. So we're going to go and do all of that on the left side. Okay. Got those legs back wherever they were. So if that was with something underneath the knees, block, rolled up towel. If you've got something underneath your buttocks, just reposition yourself. Engage the right foot so it's pointing up towards the ceiling. And we're just going to take the left foot and drop it to the outside. So we go from there to there. And then we're going to point away from us. So we've got like ballerina toes. Bring it back towards us. Keeping that right leg engaged, keeping that those right toes up. Bring your left foot out towards the edge of your mat. And drop your foot down so it's coming towards your right leg. And again, we're just going to push away, making sure the right leg's still engaged. Bring the toes up towards us. Away from us. Towards us. Keep going. Two more here. Okay. Bring your foot back into the middle. I'm just going to point away. Bring it towards us. Okay. The right leg is still engaged. Still there, still strong, still holding its position. Okay, just stop that there. Just bounce those knees a little bit, just gently. And then bring knees bent, hug into it. Okay. Last stretch for just a few seconds before we go into Shavasana. So if you bring your feet together, drop the knees to the floor. Now, you can, if you've got a strap, basically you put it together like a belt. If you don't have like a yoga strap which has this belt buckle on, if you just tie the end of whatever strap you've got and then make it like a figure of 8 and pop them over your knees, and that just supports your knee at however long you want it. You can get yoga belts, yoga straps, different sizes, and then that holds you and supports you in that position, so your legs aren't taking the strain. You could have it just straight around. Some people even put it around their backs, but I don't. But if you're okay, just kind of being up tall, again, you can have a block under your buttocks. Whatever you need, just drop those knees, bring those arms away, shoulders down, holding onto our feet. A few more breaths here. You could even, in this position, if you wanted to deepen it, you could just lean forward. Okay, bring those knees back up. Wiggle those ankles. We're going to go into Shavasana. So you're going to need your cushion, your blankets. If you don't have them, it's not really a problem. It just helps to keep the warmth, all that energy that we've built through the practice. So yoga is based, it's like an energy-based practice. I'll put some stuff in there on the Facebook page. You guys have a read if you want about the energy that's created in yoga and in our bodies. And that's why we wrap up warm so that we can keep hold of all of that energy. Now, if you can't see me, I do apologise, but we're basically just going to be laying down here. There's not really much to see, it's just you need to listen. So just position yourself, make sure you're nice and comfortable, allow your feet to drop to whatever natural position they would be in when your legs are straight. Bring your arms down by your side. Again, palms up, but just kind of however your fingers and that fall, just let them do that naturally. And then close your eyes. We're going to take a few steadying deep breaths here. So I want you to breathe in. Hold it in for just about 2 seconds. And then breathe it all the way out. Sigh that breath out. Really empty those lungs. Breathe in again. Hold it there. And sigh it all the way out. Allow your breath to return to normal. I want you to focus on your body. How does your body feel today? How does it feel now compared to the beginning of the practice? And I want you to imagine a purple light starting at your toes. This light is going to scan through your body. Scanning your toes, your feet, coming up over the ankles, over the Achilles, scanning up through the calves, scanning through the knees, up the thighs, into the groin, scanning over the groin, over the pelvis, now over those hips, scanning through the abdomen, going through the chest. Now it's extending to do the fingers, through the hands, the thumbs, coming through the wrist, and through the forearm. Now just scanning through the elbows, up and through the upper arms, and then the full beam continues up over the clavicles, the shoulders, through the neck, jawbone, through the nose and the cheekbones, over the eye sockets, through the forehead, all the way to the tip of the head. Now, while this light was scanning, your body was sensing if there's any areas that might be feeling a bit tight, that might just need a little bit of extra love, or that might need an extra stretch, maybe tomorrow or the next day. And what I want you to do is think about those areas now that have been highlighted by that light. And I want you to direct that light to those areas. It could be one area, it could be 5. And whilst that light is shining just on those areas, when you take a breath in, you're going to direct your breath to that area. So as you breathe in, you imagine your breath going to the area where the light is shining. And if that's everywhere, that's fine. Just push that breath all over your body. Shine that light all over your body. If it's very specific areas, breathe and direct the breath to those specific areas. Now it's quite normal for the mind to wander and start thinking lots of different thoughts, ideas, previous conversations, snippets, images to appear in your mind whilst we're focusing on that breathing. And if that does happen, I don't want you to fight it. Just acknowledge that they are there and then allow them to move on. They are just a memory, just a thought, just an image. And then just refocus on your breathing and directing it to those areas that you feel need that extra TLC. And slowly becoming aware of your body. Bring your focus back to your body, back to the room around you. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Few rotations of the wrists and the ankles. And we're going to bring our knees up to our chest, just to give ourselves a nice hug. Ready? And rock side to side if you wish, or just stay still. And drop over to one side. Pop your hands under your cheek. Just a few breaths here. Okay. Slowly come back with your eyes closed back up to seated. Crossing your legs. Bringing your palms in front of you. Hands in front of your palms together. Thumbs to your heart center. Nice and tall up through the crown. Deep breath. A smile on your face. Slowly blink those eyes open. So from my heart to yours, namaste. Now, I am hoping that it wasn't too dark, the session. I'm trying to work it out so that the sound quality is better and obviously the light is better and there's less disturbances. So if you've got any suggestions or if there's something that you think needs to be worked on, just let me know and I'll see what I can do. Okay, but for now, I love you all very much and I will see you on the next one. Bye.